So I just wanted to share a few things that started out as mistakes really in my 3D prints that turned into happy accidents. This is a panel I've been working on for a while, and I'd only ever printed it out of black until I was printing it recently, and I ran out of filament about 90% of the way through it. And it ended up, so it wouldn't be a failed print, I had to top it up with another colour, chose grey. And surprisingly, I'm very happy with the way they came out. If I hadn't run out of filament, I would have never considered swapping it up. I'd never tried multi-material before. So yeah, ended up playing around quite a bit and just experimenting with different colour options. So that's quite a happy accident. I was pleased the way that turned out. If I hadn't run out of filament, would have never tried that. Another one was when I was working on the bins for that plate. You can see here this front piece is sort of stepped in a bit for the lid to come down and sit directly on it. That is just a 90 and then a 90, and it's just continuous. But I made a mistake when I was playing around with that in Fusion 360. When I was doing the shell command, it actually left a gap, which I ended up liking more than my first design. So I just incorporated that into the design. It is still attached. I've just put a bit of extra material through there. Another handy thing is that groove is actually a really good place to hide seams on your prints, so I'll probably wind up doing that on future designs as well. Oh, another thing, it's not really a happy accident. Oh, kind of is, I suppose. The early ones, I didn't have the fuzzy skin on it like those ones. I'd never touched fuzzy skin before until I was doing these rounded sides on all of this, and you can see all the lines and the concentric circles. Just wasn't a fan of that. So, yeah. Tried out fuzzy skin, turned the settings way down. I think it gives you two settings. One of them's like 0.8 and the other one was 0.3 are the standard. I changed the 0.8 down to 0.3 and the 0.3 down to 0.1. There you go. You can still kind of see those concentric circles a little bit. But, I don't know, the standard settings just seemed a bit much for me. But I'm quite happy with how those ones look, with the fuzzy skin turned down a bit. And finally, I made some mistakes when I was using the loft command in Fusion 360. For those who haven't used the loft command will know exactly what that is. It's you do your 2D drawing of this top face, you have another plane a bit lower, you do a 2D drawing of your second face, and the loft command just attaches the two for you. But around the perimeter of those two sketches, you get a bunch of little, what would you call them, nodes that you can sort of drag around to manipulate the shape a bit. And yeah, if you drag them to the wrong point, some strange and interesting things can happen. I ended up quite liking some of the mistakes I made there, and yeah, another happy accident. Another advantage of it is these twists. They put quite a bit of strength. This one's really thin-walled. I can't remember exactly what that one was. This one's 1.6mm wall though. You can see it's a bit flexible at the top, but I can really squeeze it right in the middle of that twist, and it's very strong. So yeah, just wondering, does anyone else have any more stories like that? What are some happy accidents you have made where it's actually worked out better than what you'd originally intended? All right, cheers.